We've mentioned on this show how the Canadiens could use some help on defense. It's been quite the topic to tackle over these last few weeks on this show. Of course, the Canadiens are ahead of the deadline. They made some moves. They got themselves John Merrill and Erik Gustafsson to help out on the back end. What do you all think of their performances so far?
John Merrill is a guy that you want to have in your lineup. Nothing flashy, steady, keeps it simple, dependable. He's a big body. He's a guy that, in crunch time, it looks like he can be an effective player. And I was kind of surprised when I saw him back check on one of the more recent games. He skates really well for a big guy. And, if he continues to keep his game simple, he can be effective, and he can be very, very useful in critical situations in the event that one or the two of the guys back there on the blue line get tired, or they need to insert him in without a problem. Gustafsson, another type of player, obviously an offensive guy that they like to have create some stuff on their power play. I don't know how much he's going to get used, other than he has and has shown in the previous years that he's an offensive type defenseman with a good shot, sees the ice well. So, in certain situations, he's going to, allow the depth position on the defensive core that, is a good addition to have down the stretch.
Yeah, that play, Merrill came back and saved the goal that you talked about there, Rick. That was when Cole Caulfield collided with Gustafsson at the offensive blue line and got on his horse and got back and made a really good play. And I was also surprised that he was that quick. I thought Merrill's first game, he was really solid, as you said, just solid puck on the boards, solid guy back there. He struggled a little bit more, I thought, the game against Toronto when he was on the third pairing with Romanov. They both finished the game -2. I feel for the kid Romanov because, he gets put on the taxi squad. Nothing to do with the way he played, just a salary cap move. Then they bring him back. They put him with another new partner. The kids played with so many partners this year. They seem to struggle a little bit that game. But Merrill, they went a long time without playing, right? He got traded, then he had to go through quarantine and didn't play, didn't skate. So it's tough to just put your skates back on and get back into a game. Now with Gustafsson, he comes as advertised, right? One of the games he had 2 assists. He's dangerous with the puck in the offensive zone, and he's dangerous with the puck in the defensive zone also.
Okay.
So they both sort of came as advertised. Marc Bergevin wanted depth. He's gonna. I feel bad for Brett Kulak. The guy who's out of the lineup now. Played well. Didn't really deserve to get taken out. But Marc Bergevin wanted to have depth on defense going into the playoffs, and this last stretch of the regular season is going to be guys fighting for jobs and deciding who will be among the top 6 defensemen when the playoffs do start, if indeed the Canadiens are there.
Yeah, nothing shocking from these two guys. They didn't come in to really have a huge impact. They were depth defensemen. They needed to have some depth down there. And I think it's going to be key having these kind of players when, the Canadiens eventually hopefully make the playoffs and then don't fall off towards the end of the season, because they're the kind of players that you need, especially going through playoffs, to have these kind of defensemen that can go in. They are experienced in the NHL. They aren't necessarily rookie defensemen going out there. But yeah, I think they just pretty much came as advertised, and so far it's been pretty good for them.
Yeah,
I would like to see 5-6 defensemen, paired together for a period of time so they can start to gel or not gel, as pairings. I've spoken about this issue before, that it's really critical you have good chemistry with those guys. And Romanov, as a young kid, would love to have some stability in the point that he knows who he's going to be playing with. I know it's never perfect, but down deep, I think in the heart of a lot of the D, they would like to establish a good, relationship with their partner and understand how they play and how they need to contribute to make each other better back there. But I know right now that they're in a situation that they're experimenting a little bit. But down the last stretch into the playoffs, I think we would probably expect to see the pairings pretty well solid as far as who's playing with who, and I think that could be nothing but beneficial for the pairings.
Yeah, I'd like to see them experiment with Romanov with Weber, but if it hasn't happened up to this point, then I think it's gonna.
Yeah, people have been calling for that specific pairing for quite some time now. Let us know in the comment section if you think John Merrill's been better or Erik Gustafsson's been better, or, maybe you don't think either of them have done all that well, or maybe you think both of them have done okay. It's okay to say both. It's okay to say neither. Let us know in the comment section below, and be sure to check out hockeyinsideout.com to check out our full episode.